Bro, why you gonna develop for Decentraland? Decentraland's a dead mall, man. And, you know, with the way the world works, when things are more popular, that means that they're better technology and superior. I mean, just like Trump is the most superior God King deity that we've ever seen because look at his popularity. That's the way the world works, dude. Week one, Roblox development check-in. You can see I got a coin pickup game going. There's no sounds, but you can pick up the coins and they eventually come back, don't they? Anyways, I'm sharing my experience with Roblox. So far, Decentraland's technology, not only is it a little bit superior, it's far superior. I mean, look at this. Okay, this is my building from the robot hunters, and it's all textured wrong. This is off a OBJ file, and then on top of that, like you can tell it understands that there's holes in these windows and in the door, but then there's the colliders. I don't know if that's what they call them in this, but the colliders are all messed up, and nothing's working. And then I have this saying that a product's only as good as its documentation, and in in Decentraland, when you're working with Blender, you use this nomenclature underscore collider, and that tells it that that's where your collider is going to be. And so they don't tell you how to do the equivalent for Roblox. And then I read somewhere that UCX underscore might be something for colliders, so I tried that. It didn't work. I've tried an OBJ file, I've tried FBX file, and I've tried this is the GLTF. The GLTF looked good, but then the colliders didn't. I can't get them to do anything, and I can either make the whole thing hollow or it's all like a giant brick. And then over here, this is what is this, FBX file. Now this one, it understands that this part's hollow, but you can tell like none of the materials are working right. This is the gazebo from the center of the dealer room, plus like all the leaves are gone off of it. None of the materials worked right. And then if you can't even get the materials and the textures to work right and the colliders, forget about animation. I imported my robot. This is the GLTF file from that I made. And by the way, I created this robot from scratch. I was pretty proud of creating that from scratch. And it's like probably at least the walk should be playing or something right now. And I'm guessing it's going to be a complete nightmare when I go to do this, because if this other stuff isn't even working, that should be pretty basic 3D stuff. I fully expect the animation to be a total nightmare. And I'm even doubting if I'll end up being able to make the same kind of content that I did for Decentraland and Roblox. And you can tell also that it's got the texturing is something's weird about it. Like there's only three basic types of material. There's the textured metal, then just the pure metal that has no actual texture file. It's just based off of materials, and then the glowing eyeballs, which also aren't there. So week one developing for Roblox has been, I wouldn't say a complete disaster. The terrain builder is pretty cool, and the grass looks neat, and I'm already to a coin pickup type of game, if you want to call it that. But Yeah, I'm really doubting whether I'll be able to make something like what I want. And I also know the rules are real strict for Roblox. Like, yeah, I don't even think I'll be able to have the Maple Leaf dealer portion of the game in there. But yeah, I think it'd be cool to have an expanded like robot shooter, or maybe bring back those zombies or something. And from what I've read, if there's no like real super graphic blood and brains or something flying everywhere, that should be okay. But I'm worried about, you know, um, Al Qaeda moms for Trump or whatever going crazy. Isn't that their name? Al Qaeda Christian moms for Trump. Um, Anyways, so complete disaster with importing the files, and it's like, you know, when you're a 3D game and you can't work with these 3D model files, and just to show you, like, there's different sources of truth now, and one of them is actually Windows. And even, look at this, Windows knows what to do with the file. Look how good that looks. And then if I put it in that sandbox Babylon JS or whatever, it's probably going to be even better. It's going to tell me everything I could ever want to know about this file. And you know, that tends to even be better than the Windows tool. So yeah, every one of these are all some of the different ones I've tried. GLB. Now this looks weird, but that's actually right. The white part is my collider. And you know, I've tried exporting with it out of there and with it in there, and this is actually what it should look like with it exported with the collider. And so yeah, Windows is getting this stuff right, but the 3D game can't understand it, and the 3D game should be even better in Windows at understanding this stuff. And speaking of Decentraland, you know, I was getting frustrated in there today. You know, these guys, MetaLuke and MetaWolf, when I came in here, they were like hacking my API and using my API directly. So then, which maybe I deserved it the first time because it was pretty much wide open, like clear text. And then, so I won't tell you every security feature, but I added some security feature. And now I can't say for sure, but I'm pretty sure someone was trying to change the results of the game and everything using it inside a developer like F12 tools. Altering the state of the JavaScript variables. So then I had to, I wasn't planning on working on this at all today, and I wasted my whole, well, not wasted, but spent my whole Saturday improving, adding another security improvement to the API layer, and then adding some other features, security related features to this. And I really wasn't happy about that, that this is basically a game that nobody plays, and that, so although I had pretty lax security, it's like the data in here, it's like the number of weed plants Maple Leaf plants for a game that nobody plays in Decentraland, so I wasn't happy about people messing around with that. And the other thing I wasn't happy about, it's like, okay, well, I've been to most of these properties. I'm not going to gamble. I'm not even sure if that's legal in the U.S., but some of these games I couldn't even figure out how to get them to work. And my property, I would say it's easily top 20. And when I'm playing it through, the only thing I've found to really compete with it is the Monster Hall, which, if you've never played that, that's under Worlds. it's the best thing I've found in Decentraland so far as gaming. And just come in here and see that I got however many thumbs down, like 67% likes. It's like, I don't know, that between people trying to mess around with my API and use it directly or figure out different ways to hack the game, really kind of turn me off. And I feel like I've shown you that the technology, what I have is a proof that the technology in Decentraland is actually really great. It's like whooping the crap out of this Roblox game that's has 65 million users and nothing related to 3D works inside of it, like importing these files and everything. Colliders, they don't even tell you how to do colliders. I don't know if they tell you how to do animations, but I've already started looking into it, and I can already tell it's going to be a train wreck. But it just makes me wonder, is like Decentraland broke in another way, because they have like tons. I don't know if people are on the security committee coming to my my land and trying to test it or something, but it's like, you have a whole government for nobody, like all these committees for this game that, I don't, now I'm wondering if I even had one real player of this, or was the only players I had just in there trying to hack my API or something and figure out how to hack the game. And so I just kind of wonder, is it broken at a cultural level where it's like, I don't know, maybe the whole NFT thing, maybe it would have been better without any NFTs, because it's like, maybe it's just like too many people are trying to sell their NFTs in there that, it's like, well, I learned this on Amazon. If you give people an attack vector or whatever against each other when they're trying to do something like that, they will use it. And so is it like, is there some sort of anti-competition stuff going on in there? Because, I've created one of the best properties in there, and now people are thumbing it down. It's kind of, I don't know. But we'll see. Check back with this Roblox, because I am going to try to get this stuff to work in Roblox too. At least maybe not the maple leaf growing part, but at least these robots. And I'm thinking of an improvement to what I was doing in these, where right now when you go into the robots, it's always the same. But I got an idea where I can, the way I code it basically, to make it more flexible, and so that there can be more than 4 floors worth of levels or whatever. And then maybe the next time you go in it is completely different, or maybe you got to beat one building worth, you got to beat the building, and then, the robots respawn or rebuild themselves or something and become better, and then you try it again. Something to that effect, where it's like, it's not always static, the same thing inside there. But we'll see. I mean, hopefully some of this stuff ends up working, but the product's as good as the documentation, and so far the what I've seen in the documentation isn't getting me what I need. So, but I'll just keep going through it, and so check back next week.